swing into the iTipWell report. My name is iveriani, and this is vinyl number 5. This is my 7th-day vinyl review birthday edition. I'm excited about this one because this is the JD presents Frank and Dank. Oh my goodness. First I want to say rest in peace as always to the legendary JDILLA. If you know that you know, I am a DILLA lover, I'm a DILLA admirer. Anything DILLA, like he's my #1 favorite producer of all time, right? I also want to salute, and I don't think people give this duo their props as they should, which is Frank and Dank. Shout outs to Frank Knit and also Dank. DILLA worked with them throughout the years when he was alive, and from what I understood, they were friends. They became friends in the mid-80s, and they have made music. And what I appreciate about Frank and Dank, as well as DILLA, I appreciate the fact that DILLA supported them. I've heard, like, you know, some real detailed stories how he really wanted to put them in the forefront. So and I just feel like this duo should, like, people should know more about them. Even it's sad that DILLA's not here, but I just wanted to do this review because I was excited, because I do like Frank and Dank, you know. So overall, when I got this vinyl, I bought this years ago. I saw it and I was like, I saw the cover and it was like maybe a couple of copies. I bought it at the legendary Fat Beats on 6th Ave. That's where, at the time before they closed, I bought a lot of my vinyls and a lot of my CDs, and I felt like this was a gem, and I didn't even listen to it. I was like, if it's DILLA, if it's Frank and Dank, I'm definitely gonna support, right? So what I realized as later on is not a lot of detail information about this. Is like a single, like 5 singles on it. Well, actually it's 2 songs and it's 5 singles, right? So the first song is Everybody Get Up, and the second song is Give It Up, featuring DILLA, aka JD. So this is what the cover looks like, as you can see. Love it, right? Simplicity at its finest, right? And then this is with the back. There's not a lot of stuff on the back. It's just the 5 singles, right? So on the 5 singles, you got the Everybody Get Up. I love this song because it seems very playful. I know one part of the song, it says, "Lady, throw your hands hands high," so I like that. It has a clean version, I guess, for radio play, has a full version, and then it has an instrumental. So I like the fact, you know, a vinyl like this, you don't really see that much with singles coming out where it gives you instrumental, clean, and full version. So with this, it is just fun. It's fun. It's like you vibing out type situation. What I will say is this is just distributed by Fat Beats as well, because they also have distribution as well as, at the time, a record store. So the design, I had to look up the credits because there's like barely a minimum of credits on here. So the design, I want to shout out Shirley. I'm gonna call her Shirley P, because her last name is a little intricate, so I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna call her Shirley P. Shout outs to her for designing this. The lacquer, which the vinyl is made, is cut by DS. And you know, the one and only producer is JD, aka JDILLA, right? So this came out in the 2000s. It didn't have like original release date. It just said 2000, right? So this is what the sleeves look like. It's the front. You know? Very simple and to the point. So I'm gonna open it. Okay, so the vinyl is, as always, is beautiful. So this is the label of it. Look how nice that is. I love the label. The label gives me vintage vibes, you know. So on this, it has A and B. I'm surprised, you know what? Because on this it has A and B, and it has all the five cuts on it, right? It says JD Dank on it, right? But then on the back it has nothing. So I guess it's maybe front play only. I will have to check it out because I haven't played it yet. But yeah, so this is the back, plain label, and then this is the front, right? So with the second single, Give It Up 2, yeah, that is hands down my super favorite. It is like good, like if you want to go to like a lounge, or I would say, because they don't, in clubs they play a lot of commercial stuff, but if you go to a good community type or I would say mom and pop lounge, and they know like really good music, I could hear this in that type of lounge. And then also, to me personally, it's good driving music. And I'm gonna tell you, this song, Give It Up 2, is like a good rare JDILLA tune, right? As always, Frank and Dank, they rocking on this. Like, people sleeping on this. I wish it was a video for this. I didn't see no video for this. I don't see that much stuff for this. So overall, I feel like this should come out as far as like something limited edition for Record Store Day. I feel like these singles should be re-released on Record Store Day, and just as well, but focus point on Frank and Dank, right? And then, you know, anything Dilla produced, and then so forth, right? Because I'm telling you, everybody get up. If you listen to that, you be like, it's rocking. It's rocking. I know on YouTube, it's I didn't even get their name. It's a channel that specializes in playing vinyl tunes, and they have this, and it is phenomenal. Like, they're playing the vinyl. It is great. So overall, I want to tell you, this is one of my favorite tunes. I feel like every DJ, especially if you were a Dilla head, you should have this. Now, what I want to talk about too is, I was doing also like some research with in regards to Frank and Dank, and I thought, even before I started doing the research, I was like, listen, I feel like Frank and Dank should have been bigger than what they was. Like, I feel like people like didn't give them their flowers, their props, right? So then I'm reading. I go on, and you could check it out. I go on different platforms, right, to check out, like, they have information on vinyl and stuff. But I saw on iTunes Music, on Apple Music, not iTunes Music, but Apple Music, right? So I'm reading, they have a whole long like article type about Frank and Dank. So I'm reading, you know. So Frank and Dank was formed in 1995, which is the best year any group could perform. First of all, I graduated in 1995, and 1995 for me was the best year ever that artists came out, artists were formed, album releases. Like, if you check for like the hip-hop album releases for 1995, just epic. It is no disappointment. Like, you play all those releases now, you will not be disappointed. So what I learned was that Frank and Dank was formed in 1995. So I was like, okay, right? And then they got signed When did they get signed? They got signed to MCA, which I never knew. I don't know if you guys know or if you follow Frank and Dank, but they got signed to MCA, and I was like, okay, they got signed to MCA. What I put? 2000s, yeah. So they got signed to MCA in 2000s, and then I'm reading, and then they had this project called 48 Hours set to be released. And then for some, I would like to know in depth if I interviewed Frank and Dank, like kind of like what really happened without being, you know, intrusive. All of a sudden, and then towards the end of the article, it says MCA did not want to put it out. I'm looking at my notes. They said, okay, so there was like, they refused to support this album, 48 Hours. They refused to support it, of Frank and Dank, and they refused to release the album. I said, yo. And then I'm wondering, I'm like, why would they even, I don't know, I was like, yo, they went all in depth and put this on Apple Music? Like, this is not good, you know? So I was like, nevertheless, they're still a good group. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, I never heard anything bad as far as the releases and stuff, but I feel like, and this is where I would come to terms and tell you from my point of view, sometimes just people you wish you could bring back to life. And I'm gonna tell you, I feel like if I had to pick some artists to bring back to life, it would be JDILLA. Like, hands up and down, it would be JDILLA, because I feel like it would be so much music, like even more, like he has a huge catalog, but it would be so much music put out. But like, if he was still around, and I feel like Frank and Dank, you would see he would be pushing them. He would be pushing them even more, you know. And I recalled a statement that was made that at the time Jay-Z had reached out to Dilla about working on a project, and Dilla turned it down because he was working with his crew, Frank and Dank. They were not only just you know, working on music, but they were friends. So I appreciate that, you know. He didn't leave Frank and Dank behind. So, and I'm pretty sure if I ever get a chance to interview Frank or Dank about this, they probably would say the same thing. But these are the stories I have been hearing from really people that are on the inside. But nevertheless, it's just like, when you have talent like this and people don't really talk about it and stuff, you like, dag, you know, I wish it was a different scene. But hey, you never know. But nevertheless, this is why I'm doing this vinyl review, because if you never heard of Frank and Dank, like, I know when people talk about JD, aka JDILLA, they're always associated with Q-Tip and Slum Village, and you know, they're my favorites as well. Shout outs to all of them, as well as Common, D'Angelo. But I personally feel they never talk about Frank and Dank. Like, they kind of, it's not even a kind of, they just put it to the side. So I'm telling you, if you are a Dilla head or you a music lover and you see this vinyl, DJ, vinyl collector, music is short. Like, if you love music, I would say get this if you could find it. This is rare because I haven't seen it anywhere. There's no releases, and I feel like it was like a quick release, because like they just said, oh, we're gonna put these singles out, because they just kept it simple and to the point. There's not a lot of details on it, which is not bad, but you would like to know more if you're promoting, I don't know, a good art, like a good duo like them. So in this sense, if you see this vinyl, get it, because it is a gem. Also, if you don't know who Frank Dank is, look them up. They're on Apple Music. It's information on them. Look them up on Discogs, I think it's called. Yeah, it's information on them. And then you can check out, I know Frank Nint is on social media, but I'm gonna say both of them are on social media and he's still doing music. So check out their stuff, support them. And yeah, I love this vinyl. Like I said, Give It Up 2 is my favorite. I love both of them. Everybody Get Up, fire. And then I forgot to tell you guys. I just realized from listening to so much DILLA music, and I realized people don't talk about that as well, besides Frank and Dank. DILLA is a good hook person, because on the Give It Up 2 song for Frank and Dank, he does the hook. It sounds like him. Yeah, he does the hook. And I heard him do some stuff for Common, and he does really good hooks. So but anyway, shout outs to the legacy of DILLA. But also shout outs to Frank and Dank. Like I said, get this singles. But also, I would tell you, get anything by Frank and Dank. I feel like you would appreciate it, because I would. And if you see this, get this. And this is my vinyl review. I hope you like this. Comment, let me know your thoughts. I haven't seen anybody do a Frank, not that I'm looking, because I really don't look at a lot of vinyl reviews, because I want to have my own opinions and everything, which I do, and stuff like that. Or I might, because sometimes people do reviews, you be like, what, you know? But if you see this, get it. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this, check out the tunes. They're on YouTube, they're on Apple Music. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Frank and Dank. Salutes to Frank and Dank. Salutes to Life and Legacy of DILLA. Frank and Dank is still making dope music. Definitely support them, like I said. This is my number 5. I enjoy this vinyl. This is a favorite of mine. And I will see you guys on the next vinyl review. Thank you for your support so far. I've been under the weather, but nevertheless, we're going to get through this. Tune in for vinyl number 6. Peace, and this is iveriani.